Hi, this is the writing of We Were Kings. Okay, chords are D minor, G, E minor, A minor. The second part, I feel like it still needs a little bit of work, but you know what? We're gonna see what happens. We were something that was never meant to happen. I wish too hard, so the stars had to oblige them. We fell out of touch on purpose and by accident. I forgot who I was, and I feared to not find it. Because by your side, everything was better. Nothing could compare. We were never meant to happen. We never stood a chance. Yeah, we were everything. We were kings. Yeah, we were kings. Okay, so I had an idea, but I'm gonna look for the lyrics just so I don't mess up. Oh no. It has to be somewhere around here. Oh my gosh, did I not? Ah, okay, here it is. 'Cause by your side, everything was better. I would have liked to die thinking we were forever. I've been, sick for the last month, and I'm not even kidding. We were kings. We Were Kings. I posted it over 2 weeks ago on December 31st, and I will say that it didn't feel like I thought it would when I posted Millennium 2 months ago. To put it simply, I felt extremely happy because it meant that I was one song away from being done finally. But then I posted We Were Kings and I didn't feel the same amount of joy. Maybe it's because I scheduled the video at 4 a.m. and I'm not kidding. Since I had been busy all day and I couldn't push it back anymore because I made a promise to myself back in June of 2024, no, not 2024, 2025, that I would do everything and anything to be done before it was 2026. And initially, I intended to post We Were Kings on the 18th, December 18th, which was 2 weeks after I posted Millennium. And that obviously did not happen, not even close. I think it was partly because I needed a break, but also because I didn't know what I wanted to do with the vocals and stuff. So I had to figure that out first. And then the next deadline I set for myself was the 25th. And I thought it could be like a Christmas present to myself, but that also didn't happen. But that wasn't because of a lack of trying, but because my computer was not having it and it was super, super glitchy and it was kind of pissing me off. And I didn't want to work on the song while I was in a bad mood because then the whole thing would be tainted, just like when Will. I take every single chance I get to dunk on that song. I think about it and it boils my blood. But yeah, after Christmas, I focused and I did what I wanted to do and I made it sound decent, I think. I actually haven't heard it since I posted it, so I might be wrong about that. And I actually haven't heard any of the songs since I posted either Anything Like This or Don't You, Don't I. Don't I, Don't You? Don't You, Don't I. I've been meaning to go back and listen to the whole thing, but I haven't gotten around to it. I don't know, I feel like it'd be weird. This whole rant aside, I wanted to talk about We Were Kings. Somewhere around April 2024, I think, back when I was planning this project, I wrote in the back of a notebook all the songs that I had written about this specific person in order to pick the ones that were worth rewriting, I guess. And I gave it the project a temporary title, We Were Kings, because it was kind of a play on their last name. And then I completely forgot about it. I went on to rewrite the songs. I gave the project a different title, the Always There in the Rear View. I think I even posted When You Walk By, and then one day I came across the notebook and saw We Were Kings at the top. And I couldn't believe that I had forgotten about that. And I didn't want to let it go to waste because it gets kind of funny. It references or is like a play on their last name. And I think I'm so clever. So in order to not let it go to waste, I wrote a song with that title. And I would say it was pretty easy to write too. The only part I had a bit of trouble with was a line in the second verse. What else? From the start, I knew Millennium was the last song. It felt like a perfect end to the story. But then I wrote We Were Kings, which also had a very ending feel to it since it's almost a recap song. I don't know how to explain it. But the fact that it was the last one I wrote really added to that feeling. So Millennium got bumped up and We Were Kings took its spot. But in my head, they're both the last song and they're kind of alternate endings. You feel me? The last thing I wanted to say is that recording the song was a pain. It was such a pain. It took so long. I think it was about a month of me trying before I got a decent recording. And even in the one I ended up using, I messed up towards the end, but it is what it is. I think that's it. That's all I want to say. Actually, there is something else. The other day I was thinking about this, and it's that this project has been my life for almost 2 years now. From the moment I rewrote the first song, which I'm pretty sure is Millennium, but I could be wrong, to posting We Were Kings 2 weeks ago. And from those 2 years, I have countless, and I mean countless recordings of me writing, and I even have recordings from 3 or 4 years ago when I originally wrote these songs, and there's so many versions of me in those recordings. It almost feels like a time capsule. A few days back, I went back and I heard a recording from when I was rewriting When You Walk By, and it felt so weird, and I want to go back and revisit those moments because it feels like it was so long ago. And it's funny to hear myself struggling to find the right words for something, or trying to write a bridge that right now I obviously know by heart. So I decided that I'm going to take those recordings, put them together, cut them down because it would be too long if I didn't, and that'd be like a diary. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is right now, but it would be the process of writing the songs that have been my life for 2 years. And that's crazy. It's crazy to think about. And I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and that's it for real this time.